Hi guys, and welcome to my guide on how the CIS droids work in Star Wars Legion. Today I've literally just pulled up Tabletop Simulator and the Star Wars Legion mod, which you can find in the description below. And I've loaded up all the models and upgrades and stuff, which only ever comes in the starter box. In this case, the Clone Wars. So to keep it all nice and simple, that's all I've done. And we'll focus mainly on things have stopped. There we go. We'll focus mainly on got some clone troopers there, and over there, and over one, and the speeder. We'll focus mainly on the droids, but to some extent the clones will be used. So the clones themselves, to start off with, have a unique mechanic just because they're clones. I haven't actually used the clones yet in a couple of the practice games I've had with a friend of mine, so for now at least I won't be covering how to play sort of style with them, but one will come out when I figure out and get taught how they work. But today, droids, that's mostly what we're here for. So normally I have them all deployed. In this case, I've kept it all nice and simple. So I've thrown up the deployment zones: blue, red. Red is in this case, the clone troopers. Blue are the droid factions. And I've basically skipped ahead to turn 2 because, quite frankly, this is where the really interesting stuff starts. So if you're new to Star Wars Legion, you get a whole host of tokens. So in this case, with the Clone Wars starter set, you get couple of shield tokens for the droidicas. You get unit ID numbers, and you get all these cards and whatnot. But don't worry, this is a typical Fantasy Flight sort of game, so everything is all mostly self-explanatory, and you'll always have a load of tokens, which you'll probably never ever use if you have both the droids, the clone, and the clone army, the Great Galactic Republic. And if you branch into the Empire and the Rebel as well, Rebel side, you get a lot of tokens. So don't worry about it. So we'll go over it nice and easy. Also, to make life simple, I've took down a couple of objective markers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one tucked over there, just to make things a little bit more interesting. So here we are, start turn 2. Now, first and foremost, at each battle round, at the very start, you and your opponent pull out one of these cards. Now, these are called command cards. Short, sweet, we love it. The pips in the top left tell you what initiative you're playing at. So the lower the number, the better. That's better. So you get more of a chance of going first. Some of these cards, like ambush in this case, push, assault, and standing orders. In this particular case, the pictures on these cards are from the normal starter set. In the Clone Wars one, you still get these cards, just different pictures. So yeah, for General Grievous, who we have on the table hidden over here in the crater, he comes with his own separate set of cards, which you can take if you choose to have him, which you can always tell, which is up here, just above in this case, the grey hand. He's got General Grievous, so that tells you that these cards are available for you to use when you build your army before you start playing each game. That these are cards that he comes with, if you so wish to take them. So let's say, for discussion's sake, we want to go and crush them. So we have we're basically betting on initiative of 3, as it were, and we get to see General Grievous with, I want to say, a bounty hunter droid, perhaps an IG unit over there, a couple of B1s, overseeing the devastation of, let's be fair, I'm not gonna lie, my beloved clones. I do love the clone army, so yeah. Now here we have weights. So in this case we have 2 units. That tells you on this particular card how many units you can choose. In this case, it tells you on crush them, as this is the one we're going to be using, put it up, General Grievous and 2 units. So when General Grievous issues an order to a unit, that unit gains 1 surge token for each defeated enemy unit. Nice and simple. So at the same time, in this case, the clone army will pull one out. So for General's sake, we'll pull out standing orders. Once again, Obi-Wan Kenobi has his own separate cards. So we've got that one, we've got Knowledge and Defense, and we got General Kenobi. Both sides will have ambush, push, assault, and standing orders, so you're not limited to 1 per set. But to show off the clone army, let's just go with standing orders, the droids rather. So basically, for now, the clones are going rock bottom last, but that's okay, because we're hardy peoples. So here we have General Grievous and 2 units. So this is your order card. So in this case, you order General Grievous and 2 units. So you put out what we want. So come on, set commander. We want that. Not that. We want that. And we want that. So all the cards that I've picked for, in this case, General Grievous, is what you get straight out of the starter box. So when we issue an order, we can issue orders at a range of 4 because it has, so normally it's 3, but because this card is range 4, commanding presence. So we put that out, range. So range 4 is, so this one is range 1, 2, 3, and 4 is this one back here. So as you can see from where he is, he covers quite a bit of the battlefield. So as it happens, we're only going to be ordering this unit and this unit here, which is okay, fine for now. So if we go with, let's go with, because we want to shoot, aim and dodge. So in the starter box, you should have a bunch of these. These are the aim tokens, and those are the dodge tokens. So just put them next to him, because he's, because of the card here, where it's got 2 units, a step-by-step guide on how the order system works for the droids. Go. So we grab order cards from down here. Let's grab a random one, standing orders. But the card that I displayed earlier, use that card in this case. But the general concept is, so we issue order to 1 unit. Oh look, let's go flip down. So we issue 1 unit, in this case 2 these B1 droids, which is this token card order. Come on, and oh fine, you're up there. Right, so Grievous doesn't count. We'll grab you, put you there. So in order for the coordinate ability, which I displayed earlier, for it to pass on, it has to be within range 1, which is this white band in this case. How you measure it in real life, that's, there should be a measuring tool in the starter box. So you can bounce an order or face-up token to, in this case, these B1 droids, as they have the Coordinate Trooper ability, which is going to be a slight modification of this one. This is from the Staff Riders. So it will read on the B1 Battle Droid card, after you initiate an order, you may issue an order to a friendly Droid Trooper unit at range 1. So friendly Droid Trooper unit, and then you can go with, so if you have a third one, which basically as a Droid Army you kind of should, bounce to one, let's say, put over here. And it's like, oh look, he's in range 1. Now he gets it, and then bounce along and so on and so forth. Now, Droidicas, as a quick review, are not trooper, they are ground vehicle. So you basically want these at the end of your daisy chain, probably the best way to describe it, because that's literally what you're doing. You're daisy chaining all these tokens across your army to give you maximum control, give you maximum effectiveness, which will help you dominate on the battlefield. So, because these are vehicles, the droids, these B1 battle droids can't bounce an order to them. So this is the end of the line. Now, why is this important? Well, if you've got troopers over here, because they are outside of range 1, they won't be able to get it. Now, if we go put you there, put you here, you can go bounce an order to these riders, which is this one. You go away because they're within range 1 of this droid, and then because of their special ability, which is on here, which is coordinate Droid Trooper, vehicle, they can then bounce an order to these droidicas, which is that one. Then they get a face-up token, basically in a nutshell. So they can't pass one over to here, but that's okay in this case. The idea is that with these riders, you can bounce orders, face-up tokens to these droidicas, and that's literally it. There are certain vehicle builds and stuff with the AAT tank, which can do it as well and stuff like that, but this is the basic concept. And the whole idea is for the droids to bounce orders around, and when you're using cards like, let's say in this case, Assault, you've got 3 units, so you can push them onto a B1 battle droid unit, so you can start doing this data chain. A second one, let's say onto this one, to then data chain, calendar data chain elsewhere, or you could get the one like I explained earlier for General Grievous and 2 units. So him bounce, him one to the droid leader for the B1s, right, in this starter set. One on him, one on Grievous, that's 2. And then say the third one, as I showed you before, on the droidicas for 3, and you can bounce the rest of these face-up tokens all across to the B1 droids. So that's literally it. And there we go, guys. That's the crux of it. This video was actually requested by a good friend of mine, as he's just picked up Star Wars Legion, the Clone Wars set. Hence, everything I showed you on the droid side is everything you get for that. The Clone Troopers, you get all of this stuff. There is literally nothing gone to waste in this starter set. So, yeah, it was just, here's what it is. We got Clone Troopers, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we got some more down there. And we got the Bark Speeder. So the Clone Troopers video will be out as soon as I can figure out how it works properly, as well as get a few games in with them. So then I can actually explain it correctly. I had to do that for the droids, so here's what it is. So yeah, guys, I hope this has been really fun and informative. If you like this video, then please hit like, please hit subscribe. It really does help me out, as well as the channel. Star Wars Legion batch reports, as of filming this video, are on the way soon, and I have just got my very first tabletop simulator 40k game up on YouTube as well. So hopefully, guys, you all enjoy 40k as much as I do. There's also going to be much more content, such as Age of Sigmar, fantasy battles, all sorts of fun stuff. While the UK is in lockdown and the club I normally go to is closed because of the pandemic restrictions. So when that reopens, physical real world games will resume, mostly instead of tabletop simulator to some extent, but we shall see. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.